Ah, Gordon Ramsay. He's the volcano of culinary TV, the foul-mouthed chef from the UK who screams at undercooked scallops and watery risottos on TV more than most people inhale oxygen.
Get out of my way!
I'm not in your way!
Go upstairs then!
He's known for Michelin stars, scalding insults, and that world-famous quest for lamb sauce.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Come on, man.
Somehow, Gordon Ramsay built an empire on raw fish and the word idiot without burning everything to the ground. And somehow, we can't stop watching him fry, flambé, and verbally fillet anyone within earshot. We have nothing better to do today, so let's have a look at everything wrong with Gordon Ramsay. And boy, it's a lot. Sorry to interrupt, but Gordon Ramsay said your subscription to this channel would be the Michelin star it deserves. Idiot sandwich fiasco. Let's begin with arguably the most iconic and viral moment in the Gordon Ramsay universe, the idiot sandwich fiasco. In a segment on The Late Late Show, Ramsay famously placed bread slices around a chef's face and dubbed her an idiot sandwich, creating a meme that has lived rent-free in social media ever since. While some people laughed, others found it incredibly offensive, leading to debates about whether Ramsay's insults were crossing into outright bullying territory rather than comedic banter. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. It's RAW. Next up, how could we possibly ignore the countless times he's yelled, "It's raw"?
Raw. Garrett! The chicken is raw! You're gonna kill someone. Raw potato.
At unsuspecting cooks and trainees in Hell's Kitchen. That screeching catchphrase became something of a signature meltdown whenever a piece of protein wasn't done to the perfect Gordon-approved temperature. Yes, it made for legendary TV moments, but it also cemented his reputation as that unstoppable culinary volcano on the verge of erupting at the slightest whiff of pink-in-the-middle poultry. Kitchen nightmares. We can't discuss Gordon Ramsay controversies without mentioning Kitchen Nightmares, the reality show that often featured him storming into failing restaurants and humiliating owners on camera. The show sparked rumors that some scenes were staged or exaggerated purely for drama, both from viewers and furious owners who claimed they were misrepresented. Ramsay and the producers denied orchestrating any fake fiascos, but the speculation continues to swirl like a poorly whipped crème anglaise. Microwave misdeeds. For a chef who demands absolute perfection from everyone else's cooking, it's more than a little amusing to learn that he's been criticized for employing microwaves in his own restaurants.
It's piping hot. Is he microwaving that? I don't know, Gil.
Yes.
In 2009, rumors surfaced that a Ramsay establishment used microwave foie gras terrines during busy service times. Though his team downplayed or denied the claims, the mere idea of a microwaved Ramsay delicacy sent critics and fans alike into a spin of wait. Did he really just do that? Donkeys. No one who's seen Ramsay in action can ignore his signature barrage of insults, especially calling people donkey.
Wally, they're boiled. You donkey!
It's arguably a comedic hallmark for some fans, but the repeated use of that insult has also triggered accusations of disrespect, bullying, and perpetuating a toxic kitchen culture.
Donkey!
Others have countered that it's simply part of the high-pressure environment in fine dining, but it's safe to say the donkey label might not be the motivational speech everyone needs. Infidelity rumors. Let's talk about the time he was accused of infidelity in 2008, which tabloids pounced on like a pack of hungry paparazzi. While Ramsay denied the cheating rumors, dismissing them as sensationalist gossip, it was a scandal that put his personal life under the microscope for months. His attempt at shrugging it off as baseless stirred up more public curiosity and led to days of headline ping-pong across British newspapers and TV talk shows. Beef with vegans? One of his weirdest controversies involves vegetarian and vegan dishes. Historically, Ramsay seemed to mock vegetarians on his shows.
Eating animals is wrong. Gordon Ramsay. Hurting animals is wrong, Gordon Ramsay.
Even joking in interviews that people with dietary restrictions were missing out. Over time, though, he launched vegan menu items in his restaurants and posted vegan-friendly recipes, causing some fans to call him a flip-flopper. Whether it's genuine growth or a marketing pivot, we can't deny the contradiction between making fun of vegans one minute and serving them beet Wellington the next. Foie gras and the protests. Then there was the talk of a foie gras protest outside one of his London restaurants. Animal rights activists picketed and demanded he remove the controversial delicacy from his menu. Ramsay remained steadfast, insisting on serving what he believed defined haute cuisine, further igniting the debate about cruelty and the moral obligations of a global chef. It was a prime example of how his culinary purism sometimes lands him smack in the center of ethical firestorms. Pineapple pizza fury. The pineapple pizza meltdown is another comedic gem in the Ramsay saga. During a live show on The Nightly Show, he famously declared that pineapple does not belong on pizza, intensifying a debate that rages across households and social media.
How many pepperonis, sir?
Put fucking pineapple on pizza.
He even spat out a bite of Hawaiian pizza on camera, proving that he'd rather lose 1,000 Michelin stars than compromise his taste buds with pineapple-laden dough, much to the chagrin of fruit on pizza enthusiasts everywhere. Twitter roasting sessions. You can't forget his roasting of home cooks on Twitter, which has become something of an internet staple. People tweet him pictures of their food, inviting him to critique them, and he responds with witty insults or mock compliments that often go viral. Though these roasts are hilarious to many, a few folks have claimed he's normalizing casual cruelty and humiliating people for a few cheap laughs. Ramsay naturally continues with the comedic burn session unbothered. Mid-service meltdown. In one of the earlier seasons of Hell's Kitchen, Ramsay got so enraged that he literally pitched plates into the trash and stormed out mid-service. Sure, dramatic outbursts are part of the show's draw, but his meltdown left multiple contestants bewildered about whether the entire service would be shut down. Critics question if that level of drama was purely for ratings, or if the environment was truly as tense as it looked, an ongoing puzzle for reality TV cynics. Kitchen Nightmares Mouse Mystery. One particularly odd but memorable fiasco took place on an episode of Kitchen Nightmares, where Ramsay allegedly discovered a planted mouse in a restaurant. The owners claimed it was staged, while Ramsay's camp insisted the rodent was legitimately found. Though we'll never know the real truth, the idea of a mouse cameo for ratings has become one of the most infamous examples of the rumored theatrical editing behind Ramsay's shows. Feuding with Marco Pierre White. We should also address Ramsay's complicated relationship with fellow chef Marco Pierre White, who once mentored him. Their feud became tabloids' bread and butter. From disagreements over restaurant deals to personal vendettas, it's all played out very publicly over the years. White labeled Ramsay a crybaby at one point, fueling a culinary soap opera that proved even top chefs aren't above petty squabbles, and ironically giving fans a double serving of drama. The Lucky Cat controversy. Remember that time Ramsay was called out for cultural appropriation? He launched a posh, authentic Asian restaurant named Lucky Cat in 2019, and critics slammed him for employing limited Asian chefs and apparently misunderstanding the cuisine he was trying to celebrate. Ramsay's response was defensive, insisting Lucky Cat was a modern twist on traditional flavors, and once again, he found himself in the crossfire between authenticity and a PR nightmare. The nice guy paradox. Behind that tough, verbally abusive exterior, there's also the irony that Ramsay often positions himself as a mentor to younger chefs. On shows like MasterChef Junior, he's surprisingly kind and nurturing with the kids, leading some cynics to question whether it's all just a carefully curated persona shift. The public remains divided. Is he genuinely supportive when cameras aren't rolling, or is it merely strategic brand management? What do you think? The curse of Kitchen Nightmares. One can't ignore the swirling rumors that many restaurants Ramsay saved on Kitchen Nightmares eventually closed. Critics claim his advice worked only in the short term, or that the establishments crumbled under subsequent mismanagement once the cameras vanished. Fans, on the other hand, argue Ramsay can't shoulder all the blame. If the owners didn't implement his changes, that's on them. Regardless, the curse of Kitchen Nightmares has become a talking point all on its own. staff wages, and work culture whispers. Then there's the near-constant swirl of controversy over staff wages in the restaurant industry, Ramsay's empire included. Although not as widely reported as some other celebrity chefs' controversies, there have been murmurs of unfair wages, grueling hours, and borderline exploitative conditions in some of his kitchens. While these rumors don't always escalate into full-blown scandals, they hint that his high-pressure approach might bleed into real-world labor issues rather than just flamboyant TV show drama. Horse meat outrage. It's worth noting that Ramsay once caught heat for serving horse meat in his London restaurant, Maze, many years back. While horse meat is legal in certain countries, many UK diners were outraged by the moral and cultural taboo around eating horse. Ramsay defended it by emphasizing culinary exploration, but even some adventurous eaters struggled with the image of Chef Gordon championing the consumption of Mr. Edited. Sexism accusations. Occasionally, Ramsay has been accused of sexism in his fiery critiques. On episodes of Hell's Kitchen and Kitchen Nightmares, some have claimed he targeted female staff or contestants with specific insults that men didn't seem to get. Though it's also true he's hurled the donkey label at plenty of men too.
Fire in your face, you f***ing donkey!
Regardless, it's a sensitive subject that sparked more than a few debates about whether his brand of straight talk is universal or selectively harsh. Social media slip-ups. His social media presence alone could warrant a mini-series of controversies, like the time he responded to a pregnancy reveal by a fan with a scathing zinger about them not being able to handle scrambled eggs, let alone parenting. While some fans found it hilarious, others thought it was too harsh for such a joyful moment. Ramsay shrugged it off, reminding everyone that they did ask for his input. But sometimes, you have to wonder if he ever hits pause before pressing send tweets. Emeril Lagasse. Ramsay famously butted heads with Emeril Lagasse once, though it never really reached the epic meltdown stage. The two big personalities were rumored to have competing cooking philosophies, with Ramsay's in-your-face style contrasting sharply with Emeril's BAM approach. Tabloids teased tension between them, but beyond a few pointed comments, the feud never seemed to explode. Still, fans latched onto the storyline, dreaming of a pay-per-view chef showdown that never actually materialized. Health crusader or culinary shamer? Then we have his never-ending fight with obesity in the UK and the United States. An admirable stance in theory, but one he's delivered with a bit too much scorn. Ramsay's crusade on Kitchen Nightmares often includes scolding owners for adding calorific recipes and huge portion sizes, all while cursing out their entire menu. Though combating unhealthy eating is a noble cause, the way he shames certain dishes has sometimes offended people who see it as over-the-top moralizing rather than constructive advice. Missteps in cultural commentary. He's also faced backlash for describing certain national cuisines in less than flattering ways. In one interview, Ramsay quipped that Greek cuisine was a poor man's version of Italian, enraging Greek communities that found his comment disrespectful and ignorant. Although he later clarified he adores Mediterranean food, the damage was already done, proving that a single throwaway line can get emboiled in hot oil faster than one can say spanakopita.
I think Greek cuisine is better.
Tough love parenting? His parenting style has also been under scrutiny, with headlines highlighting that he doesn't leave his children his fortune and has them fly in economy while he and his wife ride first class. Ramsay claims it's to instill work ethic and ensure they appreciate the value of money. Some fans applaud him for that tough love approach. Others find it overly rigid or possibly humiliating. Whether it's a stroke of parental genius or an unorthodox strategy, it keeps the tabloids talking. Simple recipes, premium ingredients. Another peculiar moment. Ramsay's attempts at bridging fine dining and casual cooking on his YouTube channel and TikTok have led to some eyebrow-raising remarks about easy-at-home recipes that still require top-grade, expensive ingredients. His layering of truffles, rare cuts of beef, or exotic spices in a so-called simple dish makes the average home cook gawk at their wallet. Critics argue that it reveals a disconnect between the world-class chef and everyday folks, while Ramsay fans prefer to watch the spectacle anyway, regardless of affordability. Australia uproar apology. Yeah, we can't forget his short-lived feud with the entire nation of Australia when he laid into journalist Tracy Grimshaw in 2009. Ramsay compared her to a pig and showed an insulting caricature of her, leading to widespread condemnation and calls for him to apologize. He eventually mumbled an apology, but not before the Australian Prime Minister called him a new form of lowlife, giving us one of the more intense countrywide uproars Ramsay ever faced. TikTok chef or sellout? Ever notice how quickly he's pivoted to TikTok, Instagram Reels, and random cameo appearances just to keep up with internet trends? Ramsay's comedic critiques on short-form videos arguably saved him from fading as just that angry chef on TV. Yet the lightning speed transformation from starched chef coats to viral dance challenges made some cynics question whether he's lost authenticity in the social media mania. Still, the man knows how to adapt, and his unstoppable presence suggests he's not done stoking the digital fires of controversy anytime soon. And there you have it, Gordon Ramsay, a chef who's managed to shock, amaze, offend, inspire, and amuse across decades of culinary dominance. Every public slip-up, bizarre feud, or colorful insult has only increased his fame, making him a brilliant contradiction who cooks up trouble and triumph in equal measure. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.